There's something about waking up in the morning and hearing the ocean just a few yards away from you. There's this certain calmness and a feeling of just being relaxed. Especially when you're laying here like this. You just don't want to get up. It would be nice to just lay around and eat and do nothing all day. But it would just be a waste. Especially when you're in front of all this. Although this resort is pretty small, well, considering it's in a little island, there's still a lot of stuff that you can do here. Well, I mean, I can go get a massage, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for right now. I'm thinking about a good morning exercise. I've never kayaked before, so this will be my first time. But after I was able to get in this, my brother and I kayaked for about an hour, maybe two. Then we had breakfast. The breakfast here is complimentary, and it's always a buffet, which is awesome. This first dish is called danggit. It's basically fish that they dried for a few days or so. I think they put salt while they're drying it, and then they fry it. Next are some assorted sausages. There's just a whole bunch of different kinds of sausages in here. Right next to it is pancit, which is a very famous dish in the Philippines. It's noodles with vegetables and different kinds of meat. They have a lot of different ways of cooking this. And this one, I'm not quite sure what this is. I doubt that this is a Filipino dish. Well, it says Spanish frittata. And next to it are pancakes, which I think is American.
It looks like pancakes to me. Actually, it's banana pancakes. Garlic, mushroom, and plain rice. Oop, there's no more garlic mushrooms. Is this oatmeal? Eggs. What are these? Different kind of cheese. So that's it. Breakfast in paradise.
So on my plate I got a piece of bread, the Spanish frittata, the pancit, the assorted sausages, some garlic mushrooms, which I really like, and I got the dried fried fish.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I ordered an omelet with everything on it.
They cooked this omelet for me special.
The first thing I'm gonna try is the fried fish, which is called danggit. Just holding the fish, I can already tell it's gonna be crunchy. They always do this, they split the fish in half. I'm not quite sure why they do that. Maybe the thinner the fish, the crunchier it will be. I've had this before, so I know you have to dip this in vinegar. Normally this fish is really salty, that's why it goes well with rice. But somehow this one, it's really not that salty at all. I don't know how else you can describe this mushroom. Aside from the fact that it has a lot of garlic.
There it is.
This sausage looks pretty ordinary. Doesn't have any spices on it. I was just hoping it's not spicy. It's not spicy. I would say the taste is kind of similar to a salami. Every time I see this kind of sausage, I always think Italian sausage. I doubt this is Italian sausage because it doesn't have a lot of spices on it. I think this is more like Polish, maybe German. I like it better than the other one. While it's still hot, I'm gonna try the omelet.
Lalagyan mo ito ng ano kaya? ng ketchup.
Hanap ka doon.
My omelet on my bread. So good. Wow. That was good omelet egg.
I don't know about you, but I like my eggs with ketchup on it.
Oh shit. Damn it. Bah.
Now the pancit. Like I said earlier, people cook pancit in so many different ways. And the one that I'm eating right now, I'm not quite sure what it is. As you can see, it has two different kinds of noodles. Looks like an egg and a rice noodle. And it's all mixed in with vegetables.
Ano, sa lake. Wala na yung ring ko. Nahulog dun sa...
Ngayon wala na yung ring mo.
At the bottom of the sea. Hindi.
The Spanish frittata, I couldn't really say much about it. It's just an omelet that's mixed in with spinach and potatoes.
30,000.
Nothing really special. Although it has a crust on top.
Magkano? Really?
30.
Pesos?
30,000 divided by 5. It's about,
30,000 pesos?
yeah, divided by 5. So, mga $600. Siniscount lang kami nung ano kasi namin. Nung binili namin. Tight. Ano yun? Siniscount.
Yung ni Papa?
Hindi na sila masyadong gumagamit. Sige na. Hindi naman nila ilaan.
After a big breakfast, it's time to start our tour of island hopping. This will be the first of 2 tours that we're gonna do. This one is gonna be a half-day tour, and tomorrow will be a full day. It's a good way to kind of break us in because we don't really snorkel or we don't really go swim in the ocean and a lot. I think this will be a good start.
Si Vincent po yung ating top tourist.
Hello. Pwede na? Thank you.
Ano yung job, Tol? Ha? Job.
Oh yeah.
Tol, job ko.
Boat. Just the two of us.
Ay lang eh. Kasi walang nagkuha ng ganitong board.
Yeah?
Nangyari tayo. Separate tayo from the other.
Oh yeah?
As it so happens, nobody else booked this tour today, so it's just me and my brother, which I'm not complaining. It's like a private tour for the both of us. I'm actually kind of hoping that tomorrow will be the same. I noticed that my brother's talking to our tour guide a lot. I'm just hoping that this guy will take care of us. As we headed further out in the ocean, the water started getting rough and choppy. It kind of actually made me nervous a bit. My brother doesn't even seem to be fazed by it. He just keeps going on talking to that guy. As we headed closer to our first island, we noticed that the waves are pretty strong. So our tour guide and the captain of the boat kind of assess the situation if it's safe enough to anchor the boat so we can snorkel. The waves are just too strong, so they decided to go to a different island instead. finally made it to a nice spot. So we put on our gear and got ourselves ready to snorkel. As I was putting on the life jacket, I noticed that it was a little bit too small for me. And the worst part of it all is that I picked this myself. I don't want a bigger life jacket because I'm thinking of how it's gonna look on me. But now I think I should have picked a bigger life jacket. It will probably help me float better than what I'm wearing right now, because this one doesn't feel like it's gonna hold me up. It was amazing. We saw so many different kinds of fish. I wish I bought a waterproof camera to film all of what I saw, but maybe next time. So after a few hours of snorkeling, my brother and I got back into the boat and headed to this island that is supposedly deserted. As we were pulling out, our tour guide, who actually turns out to be a really nice guy, gave us some sandwiches because it's about close to lunchtime by now. Thank you. Lagas. Whoa, buttery. Very buttery. Buttery. Look at that. What's in here? Tuna. Perfect. The only way I can describe this is that it has a lot of bread soaked in a lot of butter with the smallest amount of tuna. But you don't see me complaining. After swimming for hours, we were both really hungry. There's so much butter on the sandwich, I can't even taste the tuna or the bread. A few minutes after we finished our sandwich, up ahead is the island. Island.
Huh?
Island.
Yeah, it's an island.
I wonder who lives here. But they take tourists up here. I think a lot of tourists up here just to check out the place. Oh look, there's a cat. San Miguel beer. Somebody's been drinking. We were told that there were security guards here. I guess they were drinking last night. Oh, there's a pig. The baby. Uh oh. No, 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 no. Damn pig. Scared the shit out of me. Look, the cat.
You see your pig?
And roosters here too. Come here, kitty. Kitty, kitty. What you guys doing? What you guys doing hanging around here? What you guys doing, huh? Oh, fuck, bitch. So it's not really a deserted island. It seems like there's somebody living here. They said that there's security guards here at night. I have no idea what they're trying to protect, but what I think is they take tourists up here just to enjoy the beach. It's kind of like a private island for yourself when you come here. It is a really small island. You can actually walk around the whole island. The only thing really you can do here is swim.
These are my footprints. I didn't know I walked like that.
After spending some time in the island relaxing. Oh, and I think my brother tried to walk around the island, which I don't think he was able to complete, but we headed back to our resort and had dinner.
Yeah. Is your pizza available?
Yes, sir.
Ah, good.
Pero hindi po siya sa brick oven niluto.
Oh, saan niluto?
Yung electric oven.
Regular oven.
Yes.
Pero kasing sarap pa rin. Ba yung brick oven? Sayang.
Red pepper steak.
Ano ito take mo? Steak?
Yeah.
Yeah, take steak.
Yeah. And the smoked salmon.
Oh, that's awesome.
So as an appetizer, the first thing I ordered was the smoked salmon. It has some capers, tomatoes, onions, a lemon, and what looks like petals from a flower. And it's garnished with some kind of weed.
What is this? I'm gonna try this.
That's your salmon.
See the salmon. It's pretty good. Smoked salmon. Dip it with this guy.
The salmon is fresh and smoky. It's really good. Like always, I wish they had more.
We'll try the capers and one tomato. Yep.
Oh,
Put it on this.
By the way, that sauce on the corner is balsamic vinegar.
Saturday pagbalik natin. May problema. Doon tayo magbababa. Hindi tayo makakauwi kagad. Ang bahay. Saturday. While it's still hot.
Now for my main course. I ordered the black pepper steak. It's grilled tenderloin and served with peppercorn. It also came with a baked potato with melted cheese on top. And also I think there's bits of bacon on the cheese as well. And I also ordered a plate of fries, just for good measure. As you can see, the steak is sitting on top of some steamed vegetables, which are cauliflower, carrots, and broccoli. What I really noticed about this steak is the amount of black pepper on it. Just looking at it, it looks pretty overwhelming.
Baked potato.
Before everything gets cold.
Yep. My brother ordered a pizza.
My brother's been craving pizza since yesterday, so he finally got to order his pizza. And it looks like he ordered seafood on his pizza. I don't think I've ever had pizza like this before. As we were about to start to eat, it suddenly started raining, which kind of worries me because we kind of have a big day tomorrow. As I start to carve this steak, I notice that it's a little tough, but it turns out it's cooked perfectly.
Oh, dude, it's a little tough.
Ano, tigas?
Yeah, but it's cooked. You know, it's cooked right. That the steak. It's the steak. It is cooked right. Let's try it out.
The steak itself is good, especially with that sauce, but it is a little chewy.
Oh, sarap.
Potatoes. Oh wow, something in here.
I thought at first this was just an ordinary baked potato. It turns out it kind of has some meat inside of it. It looks like ham. I'm not sure, but it is stuffed with something. can't really place what's inside of the potato, but it sure does taste like ham though.
Nasa quality ng beef.
Ano? See. Mm-hmm. Put this here.
Appetizer naman.
Yeah.
Aside from the steak being tough, the other thing that I really didn't like about the steak was this. All the black peppers. There was just too much of it.
You overdid it with the black peppers.
After I polished off my plate, my brother was nice enough to save me a piece of pizza, just for me to try it.
Okay, the pizza, the marinara pizza.
Alright, let's do this. Here, ba, with the shrimp. Ready? First time I had seafood pizza. I don't know.
Before I say anything about what I think about the pizza, after we finished eating, we were a little bit tired, so we went straight to bed, because tomorrow is going to be a big day. My brother booked us another tour, but this time it's a whole day of island hopping, which I'll get a better perspective on how beautiful the islands of Palawan are.
One bite.
So going back to what I think about the pizza,